Thank you for watching this edition of Your City in 5. I'm Isaias. A number of events are planned during the month of August to honor El Paso's Vietnam veterans. City Representative ACOSTA, the City of El Paso, and the Vietnam Veterans Committee unveiled welcome home banners at San Jacinto Plaza to kick off the Welcome Home El Paso Vietnam Veterans campaign. The banners are in downtown and along Airway. They're part of several events meant to honor Vietnam veterans who didn't receive the recognition they deserved many years ago.
But we want them to know that we honor them, that we thank them. They serve so gallantly, so honorably, and with so much valor. So we appreciate them.
I appreciate what they're doing, okay? Simply because it's now saying that unfortunately it took other wars in order to say to the veteran, thank you.
Events taking place this month include a carnival and a parade. A list can be found on the Welcome Home El Paso Vietnam Veterans Facebook page or by calling Representative Acosta's office at 212-0003. Two heroes of a different sort. Animal Services recently rescued more than a dozen animals in a hoarding incident in East El Paso. Animal Services officers found a total of 15 dogs and 2 cats at a home on Fierro Drive. The animals had matted fur with feces and dry urine. Many of them were dehydrated and in need of care. The animals have been all groomed and are now being cared for at the shelter. The animals are being cared for until they are available for adoption. Meanwhile, the owner is facing nearly 50 violations. Elsewhere, Robinson Avenue in the Kern Place area will undergo a makeover starting the second week of August. Work crews will reconstruct the street between Piedmont and Rim Road. Repairs include a new street, drainage upgrades, new landscaping, lighting, ADA-compliant curbs and sidewalks, as well as new hike and bike trails. The more than $2 million project should be complete in 2017. The city has hundreds of service vehicles, and an important part of keeping those vehicles running is tire maintenance. Your City in 5 media specialist Jose Solis shows us how mechanics at the city's tire shop are keeping tires rolling.
Let me see, they haven't moved it. You could tell right away because it's leaning. We service most of the city's fleet, and we check for any worn tires, any flats, and we take care of as many as we can. They have to have a certain amount of trucks to roll out Tuesday morning. Right? A good example would be today. I walked the line and I found a truck on the ground. In this case, it might not be feasible to repair it because the thread is already worn down. 1, 2, 3. Any worn tires, any flats are sent our way, and then we either replace them, repair them, and send them back when they're ready. As you can see, we already have it mounted, so it takes maximum 15-20 minutes to remove the tire and put a new mount a new tire with the, of course, already mounted, it's already on the wheel. So just to change out, swap out, about 15 to 20 minutes. And I have good workers.
We want to thank the city's Streets and Maintenance Department for letting us spend time at the auto shop. And thank you to all city mechanics for keeping city vehicles in tip-top shape. Moving on, more parking spaces are available at the airport. El Paso International opened the short-term parking area that was closed during the construction of the rental car facility. There are now 300 more spaces available at the airport. While the borderland is seeing a little relief from the recent heat wave, experts say the dangers of heat-related illness continue to linger. In the wake of 4 heat-related deaths in our area over the past 2 months, the Extreme Weather Task Force held a special news conference to remind residents that heat can kill. The group warned that the monsoon may bring more rain, but that could increase the humidity, which would then increase the heat index. With some school districts already back in session, officials are reminding parents that children playing outdoor sports need to pay extra attention to the warning signs.
Keep them in the shade as much as possible. We've had instances where we had to tell coaches, hey, it's getting a little hot, so I think it's time. So parents need to pull their kids out if the coaches aren't complying.
Even the body temperature rises and all the organs are going to start shutting down very fast.
Is it kind of like you're cooking inside?
Almost like you're cooking inside, and unfortunately the body cannot function at a higher temperature, and that's when we see that the people die.
To find out ways how you can protect yourself and your family from the heat, visit ephealth.com. Well, there's one place that will definitely keep you cool. I'm talking about the city's first spray park that's now open and making quite a splash. A giant celebration as the city of El Paso took a project off the bucket list and made a huge splash with the official opening of Su Young Spray Park.
This is a great amenity that we have to Northeast El Paso, to the city of El Paso. Even though it's in Northeast, it's open to anybody in the public.
Hundreds of kids and their families flock to Northeast El Paso to test the water, cool off, and get wet in the city's first spray park.
It's awesome to see the spray park come to El Paso just because I've been stationed in Washington and New Jersey and they have these kinds of things for families. So it's so awesome to come back and see them.
The grand opening included food, booths, and entertainment, but the interactive spray park is what made waves.
Brings the community together, you know, it lets everybody have a good time.
That's why this was done. That's why we brought this concept for the kids of El Paso.
This won't be the only spray park in town. More are under construction.
This is the first one of 8 that's going to be built around the city.
This is a part of an overall plan that not only includes spray parks geographically lined throughout the city, but also an aquatics program.
The new spray park features spray guns, water spouts, and more, and has everyone having fun in the sun.
I'd suggest if you haven't been here yet, come on out here, have a good time, bring your family.
The spray park is free and open every day during the summer. Well, Sun Metro is making it easier for bus riders. They have a new website. SUNMETRO.net is easier to use, especially for tablet and smartphone users. You've heard of golf, but have you ever heard of disc golf? It's similar to golf, but it's played with a frisbee. Your City in 5 media specialist Desiree Gonzalez tells us more about this growing sport and how one city representative is using a camp to get more children involved.
I got this feeling inside my bones.
Well, we're at Travis White Park, and this is the last of our 3 disc golf camps that we sponsor this year. Every year we focus on children and what can we do as a district office. And this year we're doing 3 disc golf camps. We have children from all the parts of the district. We have some children that are enrolled in the public schools, some in the parochial schools, and we even did a disc golf for children at the Center Against Sexual and Family Violence. We did a camp for them as well.
Disc golf is basically golf with a frisbee. So you take a frisbee, and I like to describe it as you're propelling a disc from your body into a basket that has chains. So you're trying to get the disc to suspend in the chains and finish. That's how you finish a hole.
I like this camp because we get to do a lot of fun things. Like my favorite thing today was doing the bullseye. Even though I only made 30 points, I still loved it.
And I want you to hold on to it. Don't let.
One of the most beautiful aspects of the camp is the great instructors serve as role models. These are young men in our community who are teaching them. And they tell them, it's not about winning. It's about teamwork. It's about doing your best. And really the most important thing is just having fun with other children.
For more information on the camp, visit El Paso Disc Golf on Facebook. Well, that's all the time we have for now, but remember, you can find out more about our great city and the services provided by the City of El Paso by visiting elpasotexas.gov. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. Until next time, I'm Isaias with Your City in 5.